While some may have kind words for the police sniffer dogs, residents of Nawiguru, Nabirumba, Buwanume and Bugulete villages in Northern Division, Kamuli Municipality in Kamuli District are bitter. They describe the dogs as useless and accuse police officers of turning the services of the Canine Unit into a money-making scheme. Initially, residents struggled to access the dogs. Now their frustration lies not only in accessibility but also in the fact that the evidence gathered through the dogs' tracking is often disregarded. When Martin Kaigo's cow was stolen on April 27th last year, he turned to police requesting for the services of a sniffer dog. However, he was told the dog had been taken to Buyende District and would return around 6 p.m.
When the dog was finally returned, I was told it needed rest and instructed to come back at 4 a.m. and not to tell anyone, not even my wife. The next day, I paid 200,000 shillings to access the sniffer dog service.
Together with officers and residents, the dog tracked the scent from the crime scene to a homestead about 2 kilometers away. Inside the kitchen of one house in that homestead, they found meat believed to be from the stolen cow. However, according to Kaigo, the police stopped them from taking away the meat as evidence. Statements were recorded and a local leader stood surety for the suspect. Initially, the suspect's family agreed to compensate Kaigo with 2 million shillings, which was later reduced to 700 shillings. The following day, the suspect declined to pay. He was bounced between the police and the office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, only to be told the case file was closed because the evidence provided by the dog was insufficient. Many residents of the affected villages share similar frustrations. They claim that despite paying between 150,000 shillings and 200,000 shillings to access the sniffer dogs, suspects are often released within days, even when the dogs lead investigating officers to homes and evidence is recovered. When Hamada Mugwire's property was stolen while he was at work, he immediately sought the services of the Canine Unit. The resident of Bunono Zone was told to pay 150,000 shillings. The dog tracked the scent from the crime scene to a home where the police recovered some items. However, he says after the suspects spending a day in custody, they were released. The case stalled.
They asked me for 150,000 shillings to access the dog. We negotiated and I ended up paying 130,000 shillings.
The police
blame the police. They are exploiting us and taking our money. Isn't this supposed to be part of their job? Why are we paying for it?
Residents claim many suspects are released after bribing police officers and often return to boast about it. This has given rise to wrangles among residents, with some threatening to resort to mob justice if authorities do not act.
When the person who has lost his property or the cow, when he goes back to the police, trying to find out, to follow his file, they say now the thief is not here, he has been what? Released, because there is no clear proof, there is no evidence. Of it we feel confused by not understanding the exact importance of the police dog.
Honestly, using the dog again after you've been robbed feels pointless. You'd rather hang yourself with the rope. The dogs aren't helping us. Cattle are stolen almost daily, yet police do nothing. They just take our money and ignore the evidence the dog points to.
In response to these accusations, the police say they are managing cattle theft cases with the help of the Canine Unit. Out of over 200 cases reported last year, more than 100 were taken to court. Police insist the sniffer dogs are generally accurate.
In most cases, our sniffer dog is accurate. Even after 24 hours. Between the time that the incident occurred and the time we respond, we have like 24 hours to accurately get evidence.
Michael Kasada, the Busoga North Police spokesperson, says the process of accessing a sniffer dog involves reporting the case to the nearest station, after which the unit commander decides whether to dispatch the dog or not.
By the way you report and the facts on paper and how they will manage to tell that this is necessary. So it is the detective now to know. It is the police officers to guide you. We need a dog here.
While police maintain the service is free of charge, residents in Northern Division report being charged under the guise of transport fees.
You go to police, what they do, the first thing, they tell you first pay money for transport that is going to transport us, the policemen, and the dog, and we pay in the range of 150 to 200,000.
Police admit there are brokers, including local leaders, who exploit residents. They urge victims to report such extortion.
And there is already a leader we are looking for. We are investigating because there is a committee member who complained that the chairman told them they need to pay some money in order to get the dog. We are looking for them.
Kasada has urged residents to leave the issues of the dog to the dog handlers and detectives. He also advises that a suspect being released does not mean the case is closed.
Evidence is there, but in most cases, it must collaborate. The dog has moved to the home, but there is evidence that is collaborating already. And such evidence has always helped us. Where we get problems is when people want to interpret what they don't know.
Still, with cattle theft cases on the rise, residents are calling for urgent intervention from government officials, including the area members of parliament and the Prime Minister. NORBERT ATUKUNDA, NTV News.